to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip, and today we got a lot of crypto news to cover, everybody. A lot of stories happening in a time where, crypto seems a little bit flat right now, to be honest with you guys. Of course, we had the massive news with Ripple that everybody was excited about, and that set crypto going wild, but we kind of came right back down to the areas where we've been trading sideways. Some of the stories we're going to cover today specifically is we will talk a little bit about XRP and what I expect in the next couple months for that. Let's talk also a little bit about a new Congress bill that's getting passed, potentially, at least a bill, from the House Republicans that is being proposed. Let's talk about a dollar crow coin and why I think that this is inevitable for crypto.com. And we'll talk about some of the recent announcements that came out for crypto.com, specifically around their metaverse, putting out more content showing us what that's going to look like, which is very exciting. And we'll also talk about some of the drama going on with both a Hollywood actor who hates crypto, and we'll talk about the drama between Caroline Ellison, the head of Alameda Research, and her ex-boyfriend, Sam Bankman-Fried, the head of FTX. I got a lot to say on that one today. That story got me going, and you will see us get into that in this one. Let's talk about the approval for a license in France, as well as the bans across the world in Kuwait and hackers out of North Korea. Guys, there's a lot to cover today, so I will hop right into the content and get started. If you guys do me a favor, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel if you like this content. Every single Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to do these live streams for you guys. And we will not stop. 5 videos every single day and a lot of giveaways to come for loyal members and subscribers on this channel. Let's hop right in. So right now, Bitcoin dominance came down a little bit, guys. And I'll say that looking historically at Bitcoin dominance, it does seem like it will want to make its way back above 50% at some point before the bull market comes, as the bull market is approaching. But I think that it's increasingly going to lose dominance over time, because that's what history has shown. Over time, crypto prices go up, but Bitcoin dominance goes down, and so does Ethereum's dominance when it comes to being a competitor in terms of total value locked up as a DeFi project, which we will explore also towards the end of this video, which leads me to believe there's going to be a lot of big altcoin plays, competitors to Ethereum, that are going to make people a lot of money in this next bull market. And I do believe that Cronos is one of them, but there are definitely going to be several. Which ones? We will see. We will see, folks. But let's look at some of the charts right now, what's going on. So obviously Bitcoin is the king of the hill, but below $30,000, showing a little bit of weakness, down 4.56% in the last 7 days, which to me is pretty surprising because two reasons. One, the XRP judicial decision, the judge decided that it is not in fact a security, but that court case is still not over. That was bullish. And then two, July is typically bullish, but we're just not seeing it yet. Ethereum is also hurting as well, just because I think everything's waiting on Bitcoin. Now, XRP is doing pretty well at 79 cents. Let's face it, in the last 7 days, it's down 1.33%, but a little over a week ago, this thing was up about 100% and is currently up probably in the last month, probably still up about 50%, 60% from where it was about a month ago. So that coin's doing pretty well. And later on, we'll talk a little bit about Binance versus CRO. And Binance is doing fine. Just everything's right on track with everything else. Cardano retraced a little bit back down. So did Solana. But they are still holding at higher levels than they were pre-XRP decision from that judge. Because, guys, the SEC fudded Cardano and Solana holders by calling these potentially securities. So that is something that I consider when I'm looking at some of these prices and just trying to understand the market. Dogecoin had a little pump yesterday because Elon Musk tweeted about it apparently, and it came right back down. That's what we do, guys. And so I'll say this. If you see a massive pump on one of your projects, that's sometime where you want to consider, do I want to take a little bit of profit? Do I want to take a little bit off the table here and buy back lower, or take a little bit off the table in this project that just went up and buy something that's been lower? Those are things that I think about. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but things for maybe you to think about, and just understand that when things are pumping to Valhalla, you want to potentially consider taking profits and seeing where else can I allocate that maybe has some more room for growth. Dogecoin went up, came right back down. Solana was at $30. It's back down to $25. That being said, still a little bit higher than before. As for CRO, I do believe, guys, with all my heart, the Cronos coin is going to reach $1 at some point in the next bull market. And that's crazy to think about because it's currently at 6 cents. In fact, it's currently sitting at 5.9 cents. And that's pretty incredible, really. So there's a lot of great projects right now. Let's look over the last 7 days and see what's been going on, what's moving, what's shaking, before we kind of get into some of this. Chainlink, one of the biggest movers right now, absolutely exploding. Let's see what's going on with that. This one typically performs pretty well, guys, in the bear markets. It performed spectacularly last bear market, and it looks like it's probably got to be getting tired around 8.3 cents. But that being said, if a bull market comes, I expect Chainlink to continue to go higher. But you see a buy like this, and now if you're a Chainlink holder and all of a sudden you get a crazy pump like this, just boom, one big green candle, that's some opportunity where you say, do I want to shuffle some off? And maybe the answer is no, right? Because like for Cronos, I'll tell you, I'm not shuffling anything off to the side when we see like 20 cents. I'm not selling any Cronos coin, guys, until past 50 cents, likely not even till 75 or 80 cents. That is my strategy. That's how confident I am in $1 CRO. But you got to kind of ask yourself that for each project and decide what makes sense for you. As for XRP, we've been talking a lot about this lately because it is a very important story. Because at the end of the day, the SEC XRP case is the thing that everybody's eyes are at. We had a very, very good result, and we had an excellent pump for XRP and XRP holders over the last couple weeks. Now we seem to be retracing back down a little bit, but still at 80 cents, which is incredible. And now some people are saying XRP can fall 40% by September. And I'll tell you, this is something that I've been talking about for a little while, because just everything I just said, when a coin pumps up so high, even if it deserves to have value, we're in a bear market. When a coin pumps up so high, you have to look at it and say, is this thing really going to continue pumping? And if not, then maybe I should shuffle some off the table. And so I think what we're seeing is some people shuffling some XRP profits off the table, some people that bought it in anticipation for this decision from the judge in this XRP versus SEC case. And keep in mind that we're coming up into August and September, which typically is a bearish set of months for crypto. So I could subscribe to this, but I'll also tell you guys this. I think that XRP could hit $1 in 24 hours, potentially. It could happen either way. But I will say very definitively, I do not believe we're going to get some insane rally way past $1. Maybe we could go up to $2 by some miracle, but I think we're due to come back down and cool off again before a bull market comes. And then people can be really bullish on XRP again, because then we're in a bull market and money's flowing into crypto in a big way, not just a little pump on one project at a particular time from a news story, a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Arguably, we're in the sell the news event for XRP right now. So that's something I wanted to throw out for you guys. At the very least, I expect it to come back down to 73 cents, but probably at the worst, I would see it down to 45 cents. And let's just see what a retracement would look like for that. That is exactly that 40%. So there you go. I mean, why would they come up with a number like 40%? Well, there you go. I mean, you just draw the line and it just come right back down to earth, essentially. And then from there, we could possibly go back up and we could see this thing rally again and break past $1 and do something even more spectacular than that. That is certainly possible, guys. But when you see tweets like this, now Crypto, I love Crypto. He's got some of the best thumbnails in all of crypto YouTube. And he's got so many followers, 1.3 million followers, so many subscribers on YouTube. And he does very quick little updates. And what he does that's fantastic is he does a lot of technical analysis videos, which are really, really fun. But what blew my mind is the other day he tweeted out that he opened up a long on XRP and tweeted out, was this a good idea? I didn't reply, but if I had replied, I would have said, no, that's extremely, extremely risky. A 10x leverage on a coin that just went up as high as XRP did is extremely risky. And now you can see, even at, he entered at 81 cents. I said I wouldn't buy it above 80. It's at 79 cents right now. And he's down 30%, which is brutal, brutal, brutal. This guy has millions of dollars, so it's not a big deal for him. Leverage trading is very dangerous, but if you guys do want to leverage trade and do it responsibly, there are links in the description down below for you to do so through BitGet, and I think maybe even Binance and Femex and BitGet. But XRP, leverage trading XRP right now is very, very bold, very, very dangerous. Not personally something I have any interest in doing whatsoever. Though I think holding XRP could be spectacular for the long term, because I think a lot of people are excited about it. And now that this case came to a close a little bit, we still need to get a final settlement, and it needs to totally close out. But now that we have a judgment, at least things are looking good for XRP. Now, moving forward into the next phase here of crypto adoption, we need regulation. Now, House Republicans are now proposing a long-awaited crypto market structure bill. This is very, very important because it focuses on the regulatory roles of both the CFTC and the SEC and how that relates to the crypto market. And they're going to get out classifications for digital assets. These are all things that all crypto holders want to see done and out of the way. Again, I've said this before, it gives us our green lights and our red lights in the industry, and we know what the limits are for the SEC and the CFTC. And this will allow people to register with the SEC. Gary Gensler says, come in and register, and it's so easy, and it's not that easy. These are the moves we need to get to a point where it can start to become easy and people understand what's going on. Now, NASDAQ today, and I did a story on this a little bit earlier, NASDAQ today paused their crypto wallet plans. They had a plan to be a crypto custodian, and they paused those plans. They halted it. Why? This is the exact reason why, guys, because they're waiting for a true market structure bill. They're waiting for classifications on these digital assets. They're waiting for the regulatory roles of the CFTC and the SEC and other bodies in the U.S. government to be determined and how they're going to oversee crypto. And then they're going to get the proper licensures to then do a crypto custody wallet, be a crypto custodian. And so they still have intentions of doing it, which is incredibly bullish, but they're pausing it because they're going to do it the smart way, which is good. We want to see that. Okay. Also, now the CFTC, you see this in this headline. You can see this. A group of House Republicans have introduced a long-awaited bill that, if passed, would define the crypto oversight roles of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission and the Securities and Exchange Commission once and for all. That is what we want to see. We would also like to see just like a good separation in what's going on between these two. Now, given that the CFTC is going to be very, very big in the, let's call it, regulatory ruling power of crypto, this was a big news that I saw for crypto.com a while ago that I want to remind you guys of. Why am I so bullish on crypto.com? Why do I think that $1 crow will happen? Because crypto.com, Steve Humanick, appointed to the U.S. CFTC Global Markets Advisory Committee, Digital Assets Market Subcommittee. He is on the CFTC board, putting words in their ears so they can understand what's going on with crypto. That is very unique. No other crypto companies are on this board. This is significant for crypto.com, guys. One of the many reasons I am bullish on crypto.com. We also see the clowns coming out of the woodwork. I hate this guy. This guy's a great actor, Ben McKenzie. He was in Gotham. He was in the OC, which I never watched that, but I did watch Gotham, which is great. It's a DC series. I think it's on Netflix, I want to say. And it's great. And he's like the sheriff in that show. He wrote a book called Easy Money. And he's been going on talk shows left and right talking about this book. Now, Fortune magazine's crypto publication came out and wrote this great headline: Ben McKenzie needs a hug. The OC star's crypto book is an ill-informed flop, which is exactly right. This guy doesn't know anything about crypto. He doesn't like crypto, so he doesn't want to look into it. And also, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you come out and say that I hate this thing? Anybody that comes out and says, I hate this thing, well, what do you like? Does he talk about the S&P 500 and why he'd prefer to invest in the S&P 500 because it goes up on average 10% year over year for the past 100 years? Is he talking about mutual funds? Is he talking about growth funds? Is he talking about 401ks? Is he talking about gold? Is he talking about investing in anything at all? Is he saying anything positive for anybody to make money? No, but he's going to write a book on how he thinks you're going to lose money because he thinks you're an idiot, and he thinks that anybody involved with crypto is an idiot. But the truth is that he is the idiot, and it's insane to me that he wrote a book and is trying to sell this thing. This is a money grab. This is a actor who's not getting a lot of work, who sees an opportunity for him to latch onto a popular narrative in Hollywood, which is crypto is bad, and he is trying to sell this book. He's a piece of trash. Moving on. Another piece of trash. Caroline Ellison reveals her feelings about working with ex-boyfriend Sam Bankman-Fried in Google Docs that lawyers uncovered. People. Caroline Ellison was the head of Alameda Research. She was dating and having intimate relations, sleeping in the same room, taking copious amount of drugs with Sam Bankman-Fried, gaming with him on a Bohemian island in the Bahamas, partying in paradise, on top of the world, with all sorts of physical interactions. And now she's revealing her feelings about working with the ex-boyfriend, Sam Bankman-Fried. Very interesting. Insiders reporting this. Also, the New York magazine, Intelligencer, a tabloids-esque publication, is saying Caroline Ellison was having a bad time in the FTX empire. She was having such a bad time. She was making millions of dollars defrauding her customers knowingly, and she was having such a bad time. I feel so bad for her. Caroline Ellison. Oh, my heart goes out to her. She was having such a rough go when her mansion in the Bahamas, defrauding her customers, making millions of dollars. What? Who cares? Who cares about Caroline Ellison's feelings? Nobody. And if you do, get your head out of the sand. This is the most trash article I have read today. And there's a lot of trash articles that come out. But let's read into it a little bit. Let's hear her out, guys. Let's calm down, everybody. Let's hear her out. Let's hear Caroline out. I've been feeling pretty unhappy and overwhelmed with my job, she wrote in a Google Doc in February 2022. At the end of the day, I can't wait to go home, turn off my phone, have a drink, and get away from it all. I would feel the same way if I was conducting an illegal operation in a Bohemian island, taking drugs every day, stealing money from my users, and just having intimate relations with everybody that I could in a mansion. I would feel a little bit of guilt too, Caroline. So maybe you're human after all. She expressed doubts over her leadership and decisiveness as the head of Alameda, and worried that her off-and-on relationship with Sam Bankman-Fried was making things weird and causing drama, which I'm sure it was. Hard to do business with a friend, probably even harder to do business with a lover, and maybe multiple, right? Because allegedly they had multiple lovers. So this is directly from her diary. What else did she write? In a Google Doc in 2022, she addressed Sam Bankman-Fried. She wrote that their breakup had significantly decreased my excitement about Alameda. Working together felt too associated with you in a way that was painful. adding it was difficult hearing people talk about how great you are all the time. What are we talking about here? Who freaking cares about her feelings right now? In a message to Bankman-Fried as the collapse began in November of 2022, Ellison wrote that she had an increasing dread of this day was weighing on me. Well, no wonder you were having a bad time at FTX Empire, because you were committing crimes and you felt guilty, you con artist, Caroline Ellison. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. It gets me worked up. I don't like to see it. But in positive news, France gets a French company, is the first to win a French crypto license. SG Forge is licensed now to provide buying and selling, exchange, and custody of digital assets. This is what we see. Crypto is spreading still, despite the mockery that Sam Bankman-Fried and Caroline made out of crypto for the last couple of months. We're finally coming out of that hole. But Kuwait is doing an absolute prohibition on crypto, which is terrifying. Oh my gosh, Kuwait is such a huge country. It's all over. It's all over. It's panic. Let's see where Kuwait is. Where's Kuwait? Wait. Let's look. Okay, this is Algeria. Here's the size of Italy. There's the size of France. Let's look. Oh, Kuwait. Oh, very small. Oh, it's small. Guys, this is a tiny country. If you heard this story today, I just want to share with you guys this. First of all, this is a Middle Eastern country, which, not saying anything about the Middle East, but I'm going to go on a limb and say they're not as up to date with the tech in Kuwait as they might be in like China or in Hong Kong or in Japan or in the US or in Russia or in France. So that's one thing. And two, the population of this country is going to be much, much less than any other country in the world. This isn't going to affect crypto at all. Just a negative headline that I thought I'd just bash the FUD with you guys. Look at how small Kuwait is. There it is, right in the middle of all that land. So not a big story at all. In the meantime, France, Italy, the United Kingdom, you name it, guys. Every single country pretty much is getting into crypto. Sweden's very crypto friendly. Puerto Rico is very crypto friendly. There's a lot of places around the world that are very crypto friendly, guys. And little stories about little old Kuwait ain't going to change my mind. As good things are happening in some countries, bad are happening in another. And here was a story I want to share with you guys as well. North Korean hackers breached a U.S. tech company to steal crypto. Crypto hackers. Now, the funny thing about this is that crypto is secure. But the companies that might hold crypto or the companies that sell it or own it, these people are only as secure as they are, right? Is only as secure as they make their crypto. Now, North Korean hackers breached a U.S. tech company. They didn't breach a blockchain, so it's not like a crypto hack. They hacked into a tech company, not blockchain technology, and they stole crypto. So this isn't a bad story for crypto. This is a bad story for this company, turned into a negative story about crypto by none other than Reuters. Guys, I love to cover the terrible news because I want you guys to calm yourselves as you're dollar cost averaging and you're accumulating the assets that you want to hold in this next bull market, whether that's Cardano, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Crocoin, Binance, Dogecoin, Pepe, you name it. You got to understand that people will FUD this industry every single day, and I don't want anybody to go get fooled by a silly little article because there's so many of them every single day. If you bought the book by the actor from Gotham, I feel bad for you because you wasted your money, and that's a terrible, terrible piece of literature. In fact, it's not even literature. It is trash. There's a lot of trash out there, and so we're going to uncover the trash, and we're going to talk about it to you guys. And what I want you guys to realize is the fact that North Korean hackers stole money from a U.S. company only shows the value of Bitcoin, which is why this continues to go up over time. Because if that was just straight Bitcoin in a wallet, North Korean hackers, they're not going to get it. which is why this thing goes up over time. Now, as for the company that got hacked into, maybe that company will fail because they don't have good security. Hopefully they had like insurance for those funds that they lost. If they lost some funds, like 5 people were hacked into, so it wasn't even a big deal, which is so silly that we even write an article about it. But that's what we get. And we're at a point where these stories just make me look at this chart and understand why this thing keeps going up over time. It's compared to gold. It's all these other things that we talk about every single day, guys. It is the best asset in planet Earth, in my opinion. That's Bitcoin. And that gets me excited about all the other coins as well. As for crypto.com, why am I so bullish on a dollar? Because they keep making moves, guys. They keep spreading more news, doing more updates. And here you go. In case you missed it, Main City is coming August 30th of 2022. It is coming in a little over a month, and here you go. They're giving you even more footage of what the gameplay looks like. Very similar to a Sims. You can watch them build all this stuff. I think it's so cool. I'm very curious to see how many people play this game. I'm curious to see what happens with the Loaded Lion NFTs. I'm curious to see what happens with the Crypto.com NFTs, if they add more NFTs or how this all plays out. But it is very exciting. You put this on top of the fact that they have a teammate on the board of the CFTC. You add that in also with the fact that it is a major competitor to Binance, guys. And I'll just say this very clearly. I do believe that Crypto.com's CRO coin is going to achieve the market cap of Binance at some point in the next bull market. I think there's going to be a 24, 25x easily, in my mind, not financial advice, for CRO coin. Because to say that CRO coin could achieve the market cap of Binance where it is present day, in my mind, is very easy for it to do. Considering how strong of a competitor it is, considering all these other things, because it's not like Binance is going to stay at a $37 billion market cap, guys. Binance is going to break above a $100 billion market cap. Binance is going to break above probably a $200 billion market cap. I wouldn't be surprised to see upwards of a $400 billion market cap for Binance, which if we can see that, then we could potentially see CRO at anywhere from a $50 to $100 billion market cap. I don't see why not, because Crypto.com has 80 million users. Binance has 140. They're not that far off. And on top of it, these are the only 2 major exchanges with their own smart chain. Binance Smart Chain is ranked number 3 in all of crypto, and Cronos is ranked number 10 in all of crypto in terms of total value locked up in the chain. And over time, just like Bitcoin dominance, like we were talking about in the beginning of this video, Ethereum's dominance goes down when you're talking about its competing chains that it's going out against in the market. And I think that gives an opportunity for anybody that can get good publicity and get people and investors into the market and attracted to these chains. And Cronos just did a partnership with Ubisoft and so many other partnerships with Amazon Web Services and Google Web Services and all these other partners. It's incredible. I think that they will catch up to Binance Smart Chain because this thing only came out, believe it or not, in 2021. Not even 2 years old. Actually, I think it's a little over 2 years old right now, which is incredible, guys. So Dollar CRO, it's a slam dunk, no brainer in my mind. And guys, I want to see a $3 to $5, $2 to $5 CRO. I want to see it. I want to see it. I believe it. Let me know what your thoughts are on that in the comments down below. But these are some of the partnerships we see. Corgi AI, Saka Ba, I don't even know what that is. Earn. We saw the Ubisoft partnerships. For those of you guys that don't know Ubisoft, and CoinGecko reporting on it, that's a big story. CoinGecko is like it's CoinMarketCap. You know, these are big announcements. This is big news. I'm just so bullish on this project. I hold so many CRO coins. I'm so excited for the next bull run. And I see so many people in the comments that are buying CRO coins all the time. I think you guys are going to make a boatload of money, but key is taking profits, folks. All these partners coming in, just looking at the history of this market and this asset class, bear markets, bull markets. We're in the accumulation phase. I see this thing continuing up, as do a lot of people. As for Bitcoin right now, we are coming down a little bit. I said I would like to have seen this thing at 32K in the month of July. It's happening a little bit less like I had expected it to. I would have expected this to kind of continue up, but Not a big deal. We're coming down to this low $29,000 price level right now, which is fine. And there's a chance we still move up to this 32K level. I wouldn't expect us to come down to 25K again, but it will be certainly possible, guys, to see a $27,000 Bitcoin again. I'm going to put that in the cards for you because I think it could bounce off this red moving average trend line right at around like 27,000, maybe 400, 27,000. Let's call it 27,395. I'm going to just draw that in there, and let's see if that ends up happening at all. I don't think that it necessarily has to. The more likely scenario is that we get a bounce right here, in my opinion, but there's certainly an opportunity that we get a bounce right here and do something kind of like this. And then we'd be into February, and then bull market can really start, and then we can start moving up into all-time highs. Black Sea and I both have been talking about the price action we expect in crypto, and so far we have been pretty darn accurate because we're saying between $20,000 and $40,000 before the Bitcoin halving, and we're just floating right in that range right now. And anything can happen, guys, but that's where my head's at on the matter. And as for CRO right now, still deciding whether we're breaking down or up. Got the weekly candles for you here as we are on Thursday. Sunday's coming up, which is when the weekly candle will close. I'd like to see this close green, but it might close red. It might close green on the next week and might just kind of keep stair-stepping up very slowly until the overall bull market starts. It's hard to say what happens. Maybe the crypto.com land, the metaverse game, when it launches is going to be significant, but we'll have to see how that plays out. As for CRO versus Bitcoin, same thing, waiting for this thing to rally. As for other altcoins versus Bitcoin, nothing's really doing spectacularly right now, except Binance coin does look like it's trying to form a bottom, which is pretty good. And I'd like to see CRO and Binance kind of move in a similar trajectory, which would make sense to me. Exchange tokens, hey, they should stick together, especially since they're such close competitors. All right, let me see what kind of questions you guys got. Let's get into a little bit of Q&A and see what's going on. Just another sushi, Benny Blue Eyes. Good to have everybody. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate all the support from all the loyal viewers here on the channel. Looking forward to doing that giveaway, by the way, for the loyal members on the channel. We will be doing $500 every single month to the members, on one lucky member on the channel once we reach 100 members. We're only at 18 members right now, so we got a long road ahead. That might not be happening until... hey, maybe even after the Bitcoin halving. Good things take time, but we want to do more and more giveaways as time goes on, and we will be increasing those giveaways as time goes on, and maybe just launching a new one outside of this member one, because I'm not seeing the excitement on the member one. I thought maybe you guys would love it. It seemed pretty good because it was kind of like a lottery deal, but I want to make sure you guys are happy. Pakasad says, I like that dude in Gotham, but what a doofus. Yeah, I mean, dude writes a book hating on crypto. Why be a hater? I just can't stand people that like hate on things just for the sake of hating on them, or for popularity, because it's like trendy to hate on it. You're so cool. Ooh, you're so good at arguing against this thing because you're bottling up all the talking points. Crypto's bad for the environment. It's rife with fraud and scammers and hackers, and it's the Wild West, and it's going to go to zero, and it's there's a difference between scarcity and rarity, and like all these like such petty arguments that are not full picture. Look at the full picture. Look at the largest asset manager in the world and understand that this thing's valuable. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Shio383 finally made it live. Been a follower for almost a year. Thank you for your support, Chio. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, good to have you in a stream. Just another sushi says, question about Fed now, bearish or bullish for crypto, good or bad for adoption? Irrelevant, probably. I mean, bad for society, maybe bullish on crypto. Just because then it's like, well, the government's using crypto. Oh, but that government crypto sucks. Let me just use my Bitcoin instead. That might kind of be more so what it turns out to be. I just don't like if you're talking about the thing where they scan your eyes and they scan your thumbprint and they want every bit of identification. It's dangerous for society, guys. If you want your freedom of speech, they can stop you financially if they don't like what you're saying. You still can say whatever you want, but they're going to cut you off from banks, from your money potentially if they don't like what you're saying. That's the risk of the CBDCs. That's the risk of a FedNow dealio. So yes. Hey, Crypto Kid, maybe one of your tutorials should be on taking profit strategy and maybe how to cash out when the time comes. Chio, thanks for joining the stream, and great point. I am going on my honeymoon coming August 5th. I will be doing a lot of pre-recorded videos for you guys, tutorials, and in that I will include a profit-taking strategy, a hypothetical one, because things can change. You got to come up with a plan and know that your plan can change, but you got to stick to it to a point. And I'm not going to say, this is a strategy that everybody should have. It also depends on how many Cronos coins that you have. But I will share with you guys some of the, I'll call them tranches or selling points where I intend on selling some CRO as I start taking profit in the bull market. Great suggestion. I appreciate that. What a great idea. Thanks, Gio. Crypto Kip, why is Gary Gensler asking for money when he has settled other companies for millions? The answer to that, Benny, is because he's not giving up. He is still going to go to court, and he wants as much money as he can so that he can successfully fight these companies in court. But the problem for Gary is that he's never going to have as much money as Binance and Crypto.com, because I think Crypto.com makes $1 billion in transaction fees in the peak of a bull market. They're going to have more money than SEC when it comes to firing power in a court battle between themselves and the SEC. So he's asking for more money because he doesn't think he has enough money to win the fight. But the truth is that I don't think he has a chance to win the fight anyway. So just give up and resign, you piece of trash, Gary. That's kind of my thought. I'm feeling sassy today, guys. I'm feeling zesty. I'm not a fan of Ben McKenzie. I'm not a fan of Caroline Ellison. And I'm certainly not a fan of Gary, the weirdo Gensler. All right. Gold Pony Crypto. Gold Pony Crypto. Guys, if you are not watching Gold Pony crypto videos, you're making a big mistake. Gold Pony Crypto's in the chat right now. Check out his YouTube channel. It's spectacular. He is awesome. We've had him on the channel before. We've all been taking a little bit of a break from collaborations. I think we're just kind of focused on putting out content, staying up to date with the news. As things get more exciting in the crypto markets, I'm sure we will do more collabs with Gold Pony. But check out his channel, guys. Question from Gold Pony. What do you think of the RFK Jr., the Robert F. Kennedy Jr. plan on backing the dollar with hard assets like gold, silver, and Bitcoin? Also, eliminating capital gains taxes on Bitcoin. Great question, Gold Pony. Couple answers for you. One, what do I think about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in general? I think he's going to have a very difficult time getting elected president out of the gate. Not because he's a bad guy, not because he's not a good enough guy, not because of anything political at all. Not on my belief systems, but strictly on the fact that if you look at the history of his family, people have been terminated from existence. There have been assassinations in his family. I think that there's definitely a concern with the state, the U.S. government, with anything to do with the name Kennedy, because of whatever actually happened during the John F. Kennedy era and his brother or his father, who was also assassinated. So I think that's going to be difficult in the first place. So even if these are good strategies, it's kind of a moonshot. But it's so good to hear a politician coming out and talking positively about crypto in this way. And I think it's so good to hear him talking about capital gains taxes for Bitcoin as a presidential candidate. I would hope, now let me pivot. Now, what do I think about the capital gains taxes for Bitcoin? Well, I would hope that this triggers the minds of other politicians to start latching on to these strategies, because if Robert F. Kennedy Jr. can't actually get elected because of whatever reasons, if he's not a strong enough candidate, I would hope that stronger candidates can start to look at some of these ideas as well to get people excited about it, voting for them as well. If people can start talking about crypto in a positive way, and you can get politicians starting to talking about eliminating capital gains tax, that would be spectacular. For those of you guys that don't know what this means, if you hold an asset for less than a year and then you sell, if you buy, let's say you buy Bitcoin and you sell it in 90 days, you have to pay, depending on your tax bracket, just roughly about a 30% tax on those funds. Why? Because you sold them in less than 365 days. That's called a short-term capital gains tax, which is higher than a long-term capital gain tax. If you hold Bitcoin for over a year and then you take profit, you actually pay significantly less on those gains. It's somewhere down to like 10 or 15%, again, depending on your tax bracket. Now, if they can get rid of this, that would be spectacular. You would love it. It would make the ability for us to use crypto and Bitcoin as a currency even easier. And I love that because frankly, and now I'll pivot over to, do I think it's good to back the dollar with gold, Bitcoin, silver? Yeah, I mean, I do think that's a great idea as well, but also I think it's too late for the dollar. I'm done with the dollar. I need the dollar to buy my eggs at the grocery store. I need the dollar to buy the home that I'm going to get after I get married here in August as I start hunting for a home. I need dollars to buy that home. That's the only reason I want dollars. I don't want dollars because they're valuable. I want dollars because they're an exchange. They're what I exchange for an asset that another asset that I want, like a house, like a car, like eggs, whatever it might be. So it is cool. It's a cool idea backing, and I think that backing the dollar with gold or Bitcoin or silver would be better than backing it on the faith of the U.S. government, because we're printing trillions of dollars. For those of you guys that didn't see, the Pentagon came out and said, oops, we accidentally sent $6 billion extra over to Ukraine. It was an accounting error. It was an accident. My bad. If your accountant accidentally sent $6 billion extra of your dollars to a charity, you know, I mean, it's for a good cause. I mean, that's a good thing that's happening, right? But now you don't have that $6 billion, or let's just take it down. Let's say it's $6,000. That's a lot of money for some people. And now all of a sudden, 6 to 12, if you only had 12,000, well, now you don't even have $6,000 sitting in your bank account. You're broke. You'd fire that accountant. Well, you can't fire the U.S. government, and you can't fire the Pentagon. That's not how it works. So, you know, U.S. dollars backed on the full faith of the U.S. government, that's trash. Who cares? That's horrible. It's awful. Awful to see. Trillions of dollars. What are we, $40 trillion in debt right now? And the debt clock keeps climbing every single day. You know, we're talking about the debt ceiling. We just have to keep raising the debt ceiling. One day, the United States government is going to default on its loans to other countries from around the world, and we're going to have a serious problem. So, sure, I mean, like, I think it's a good idea for us to back the dollar with gold and Bitcoin because at least there's something backing it at that point. But I think it's too late for the dollar, to be honest with you. So, love the capital gains tax thing. Love to see that. I just pray that another politician latches onto that idea. That would be spectacular for everybody in the market. I also like the idea about backing the dollar with Bitcoin or hard assets like gold or silver, but I also think that it's too late. So, and then I'll say this last thing about John F. Kennedy. I just don't trust politicians whatsoever. It doesn't really matter if they're Republican or Democrat. You could say you're going to do something and you're a politician, and I just probably don't believe you, period. So even if he's saying all these things, I don't know if he really means it or if he's just trying to get elected. But I would assume that he means it because I don't think that this is like putting out these ideas about Bitcoin is going to be enough of a incentive for a mass amount of voters to like swing the election. But maybe it's just one little base that he wants to shore up on top of some other agendas he's got going on. So who knows? But man, you got me going, Gold Pony. That was a great question, man. I appreciate that so much. Just Another Sushi, subscribe to Gold Pony. I suggest all you guys subscribe to Gold Pony right now. He is spectacular. That's the kind of questions you see him putting in there. He's giving you the answers to questions like that on his videos as well. He is spectacular. He's a good guy. He's a very good guy. Appreciate you, Gold Pony. James Bushman asking, have you and Black Sea looked into the validator for crow staking yet? I'll stake with you. We've looked into it a little bit, but we're just not there yet, frankly. We'll consider it still, but we've looked at it. The problem is you got to get somebody to kind of host your node. That gets a little bit tricky, and so we got a lot of things going on. Black Sea's not on live streams because he's busy. He's got other businesses he's running as well, and I'm busy too. You know, I've got let's call it. I've got 3 jobs. Let's say I've got a sales job. I'm in a band. Can't tell you the name of the band. You'll never find us. Can't dox myself. And then obviously I have a YouTube channel. So, I mean, that's 3 jobs. We're really busy. I want to do a crow validator, but we'll see, James. And I will let you guys know. If we do it, we're going to let everybody on the channel know. But it would be fun. It would be a lot of fun. Let's see what else we got. Francisco Gabriel subscribed to Gold Pony. Good stuff. Good stuff. I love the support. We got to support all our peers, guys. We got to support the community. If you like crow, support your crow influencers, support your crow YouTubers, your crow Twitter pages. If you love, if you love crypto, you should support as many channels as you can, because at the end of the day, even if somebody has an opinion you don't agree with, you might tune into a Gold Pony video and you might love what he has to say, and then you might tune into one of my videos and not love what I have to say. And so it's a perfect thing, and it could be vice versa, right? It could be vice versa. It could be the other way around, because at the end of the day, everybody's got their own viewpoint. Everybody's got their own stance on something. And the only way I believe that each of us can get most informed is to gather all the opinions from everybody. And I'll say, me and Gold Pony, we're very agreeable. We're very much on the same page about a lot of things. We've had a lot of great discussions. But I'm just using it as an example where you got to gather all the different pieces, and I've talked about this before. Like, if you're trying to vote for a presidential candidate, right, or any piece of office, you can't just watch CNN, and you can't just watch Fox News, and you can't just watch MSNBC, and you can't just watch ABC News. You have to watch them all. If you really care, you'll watch them all. And then you'll develop your opinion over time from hearing, ooh, I hate that, or ooh, I love that, or ooh, I never thought of that. Maybe I should think about that a little bit more. And then you do, and then you look at some other stuff, things you agree with, disagree with, and then you get the best opinion possible. And that's arguably when you make your best choice. When you make, in crypto, that's when you make the most money, because you really thought through everything. Sometimes that can confuse you too. It's hard. It's all hard, guys. It's hard to see through lies in politicians, and it's hard to see through fake pumps in the crypto markets. It's really, really tough. Crypto ain't easy, but it sure is fun, eh, folks? New pickup line. Sup, girl? Want to host my node? Oh, Benny. Too much, man. Too much. JK says, make a video of how to use a ledger, please. JK, I probably should. I don't have a ledger. So eventually, I will look into a hardware wallet, and I will do that. I don't have one right now. I don't use it. I use DeFi wallets, a variety of DeFi wallets. But that is a good idea. Gold Pony's asking me, what genre of music do I play? A lot of like singer-songwriter stuff. So it's like Dave Matthews, John Mayer, Jason Mraz. It's anything you might, Brown Eyed Girl, Van Morrison. If you were going to a bar and you heard somebody playing like an acoustic set, you might hear me play like, Cream, like, in the white room with black curtains near the station. You might hear some of that out of me. You might hear a little bit Rolling Stones. You might hear... I like to jump all over the map, but that'd be like my acoustic stuff. And then for my band, we do like Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, more upbeat Ariana Grande. But we'll also do like Tom Petty, and we'll do Whitney Houston, and we'll do Michael Jackson, and we'll do David Bowie, and we'll do all these other ones. So I'd love to mix it up. I mean, we go through it all, but everybody wants me to go pony. They want me to write a crow song, and I I thought of it. So there's a cover I could do where I just rewrite the words. So I was thinking about that, but we'll see. I would do it right now, but my guitar's out of tune. James Bushman says, I want to kick myself sometimes. Back in the day, I picked up 10 BTC at $1,700 total and 12 million Doge at $1,000. Got pissed and sold out. I'm not going to miss this one. James, I've made just as bad of mistakes, brother. And that's the truth. I'm 100% transparent. I've made bad mistakes in crypto. I've done very well overall, but I've made some I could easily be a millionaire. I could have been a millionaire 4 times, you know? I mean, I had 4 different opportunities where I could right now have millions of dollars. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. I could have done it with all those, but it's not easy. But what do? We pick ourselves back up. We learn, and don't go get tilted. Don't go get greedy. Don't go open up a leverage trade and try to make it all back, because you're going to lose more. You just dollar cost average over time. You buy the things you believe in. You do the research. This isn't financial advice, but it's okay to make mistakes. It hurts. It kills, but it makes you stronger. How many times do you have to stub your toe on that one cabinet in your house before you stop doing it? You move into a new house, you start stubbing your toe. You're going to stop stubbing your toe eventually. Eventually, you'll stop stubbing your toe. But occasionally, you're going to stub it again on something new. So be careful. Everybody stubs their toes. Thanks for the kind words, Benny Blue Eyes. I appreciate it. I think we're going to have quite a few millionaires in the Crypto Report community. I really do believe that, Benny. I do. The black CROs. Black card? Are you talking about the black card? Maybe. Yeah. Black card's expensive. $400,000 for that black crypto.com card. Pretty intense. Let's see what else we got. Glad you guys all subbed to Go Pony Crypto. Good guy, just great people. I want to support my fellow CrowCoin YouTubers out there, my fellow crypto YouTubers, and the community. I want to support you guys too. I got a lot of people DMing me on Twitter. I'm a little slow to respond, but I'll respond to you. So feel free to reach out with video ideas. You can find me at CryptoKip Tweets. We can talk. I got people asking me for advice. I got to be really careful giving advice. Because I'm not a financial advisor, right? I mean, I've told you guys, I've made mistakes. Now, I feel like I've got a really great head on my shoulders with crypto now. I do a lot of research. I've made the mistakes and I've made less over time, and I'm in a great position right now. Super happy, super content. And I just want to educate people, but I also want you guys to do your own research and know that it's not true financial advice. But if you do have something you're thinking about and you want to talk to me a little bit, you can DM me on Twitter. You can also, if you're a member, you have access to our private Discord. We don't have nearly enough people participating in that right now. I'd like to talk with you guys a little bit more in Discord, if you're a member especially. If you're not a member, you can DM me on Twitter. But there you go. What are my top 5 cryptos to invest in? Not financial advice, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Crow Coin. There's so many good projects. Why don't we just say XRP right now? XRP. As much as I'm talking about how XRP should go down a little bit, I am very bullish on XRP because there's such a huge community behind it. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Crow, maybe Binance, XRP. There's so many good projects, guys. There's going to be metaverse plays that explode. Hard to narrow it down to 5, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, and CRO are my biggest holdings. So do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. And then also I got like a stupid amount of money in like these gambling tokens, the PSYOP stuff, which is crazy. But that's just me, right? That we're just having fun. That's what those are, right? Benny Blue Eyes, you know, the ones that go from 3.5G to 10 BC in 4 weeks. I really do. Oh, man, all the scammers. Careful for all the scammers, guys. There's so many scammers in the chats. James says, I'm heavy on XLM. Got a pretty big pump this week. Yeah, it did. It got a big pump along with XRP. XLM, a lot of people like XLM. If I didn't talk about your token just now, you're holding another token out there like Quant or whatever it might be, Kava. You know, there's people that have some of those coins out there. I can't really say too much about it because, you know, I can only diversify so much. You know, Solana, I've got some kind of tickle about Solana as well. Black Sea's got some Solana. He's done really well with that. And I think there's a huge community for Solana. I think one of the biggest things you got to look out for is the strength in community. Community is, I think, one of the most important things in crypto. And that determines the size of the gains, which is why I am bullish on Dogecoin, which is why I'm bullish on Shiba Inu. And frankly, I'm still bullish on Pepe as well. Community is very important in crypto. All right, guys, that's all I got in this one. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the news updates today. Thank you guys for all your questions. Benny Blue Eyes, we got just another sushi. We got, oh, what do we got? We got Chio. Who else do we have here? Members. Francisco, Gabriel, Club Chrome, and Gold Pony Crypto. Thanks for joining. JK as well, Pakistan. I appreciate you guys all. James, thank you. I am Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash up the like button. Subscribe to the channel, folks. And as always, you got to remember to DCA, HODL, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. I got 2 videos for you coming up tomorrow. We'll see you next time. Peace.